Welcome and thanks for finding me in this big wide world. I just wanted to say a quick hello and let you know why I'm here. I'm very passionate about helping women learn about their emotional self so that they can reignite and reclaim their emotional power and create really amazing relationships. I remember sitting on the ski lift with my first husband, and now I look back and I realize that was quite a codependent relationship. This should have been a perfect moment, right? I'm sitting in a ski lift at Mount Hotham. It was a beautiful day. There'd been a fresh flurry of snow. I had a t-shirt on, the sun was shining. And you just, at that point of the ski lift, where you're high enough to see the vista, but you're not about to get off. That moment where you've got to get all your shit together so that you don't just fall ass over head. So here I am looking at this beautiful vista and my eyes fall upon my husband's profile and I feel nothing. Nothing. I was actually a little bit shocked because I can clearly remember that moment. I felt nothing. Now, I did what I'd been programmed to do, which was just ignore it and get on with the rest of my day. I pushed it all down and didn't come back to it for another couple of years. And then when I looked back at that moment, what terrified me the most about it was that I didn't have the next thought. I didn't have the next thought. Why am I in a relationship with somebody I feel nothing for? How can I be sitting here and feel absolutely nothing? The fact that I had something in me that stopped me from having those thoughts absolutely terrified me. What I did then is I spent the next 10 or 12 years learning about my emotional self. I started to understand that there was an area in me that I had absolutely no awareness of that often drove my decisions. And in fact, that part of me had chosen my first husband. She had gotten into a relationship with him, not me, not the conscious me that might have had a bit of thinking about it, might have done a bit of research. No, that unconscious part of me had created that relationship before I even had a chance to spot any red flags. I spent a lot of time actually learning about these emotional aspects of us and what happened when we brought them back in and we integrated them. I noticed that I could actually activate more creative potential in my life. What though became this incredible moment for me, which showed me the power of the work that I was doing, was when in my next relationship, I intercepted a text between my partner and a young woman that was living with us. And in that moment, I felt like I was evicted from my life. And if anybody of you have had a similar experience, it is absolutely horrifying. It's like your whole body feels like it's shutting down. You go into the fetal position and you just want to die because everything that you built your life upon has just been taken away in an instant. I spent 3 days lying on my bed wanting to end my life, which was an absolute surprise to me. I can't believe that pain and suffering can be so extreme that somebody that wouldn't normally have those thoughts can easily jump into that state. I tried everything that I knew with regards to, my emotions. All of the tools and techniques, I tried them all, nothing worked. But on the 4th day, I made a decision. On the 4th day, I decided that I was actually going to use this to take my power back. I didn't know how, but I was darned if I was going to suffer anymore. I knew I was going to feel hurt, but I was buggered if I was going to suffer. And so I applied this process, and within the space of about an hour, I went from wanting to kill myself to, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. And what I realized then was knowing how to work with my emotional operating system really is the quickest way to take control of your life, because that was 4 days. Now, I understand now that you really need 3 days as a convalescent period when you have things that happen to you that are that extreme. You have to actually feel the feelings. You've got to show up for yourself and just be with yourself in all of that pain. But then you can shift it. That is the power and the value of understanding and being able to reclaim your emotional power in challenging moments. It is really the most incredible gift that I can share with people. And that's why I'm so passionate about it, because I see women that years after a breakup are still struggling to find who they really are. And that is just such a waste of energy and resources when we can really use it to get back to the authentic power that we have inside of us and go on to find our true purpose. So I'm sharing this with you because really it's a matter of shifting the way we do our feelings, shifting the emotional operating system, because that shifts the relationship operating system that we're in. We go from reaction, which creates division and friction and ongoing resentment, and over time we're more critical of our partners, to being somebody who actually creates, both of you co-creating more love, more connection. You use challenges to feel more emotionally intimate with each other. They are two very different ways of being in relationship. So I'd love to invite you to join me, however it feels right for you. There's lots of opportunities here. Follow me on socials because I'm always sharing tips. Come and work with me. Reach out. I'd love to get to know you. Sending you love.